let's see the spinal cord. The spinal cord is an extension of the brain into the vertebral column. This, in a yellow color, this is the spinal cord. It goes through the vertebral column down towards the sacrum and the coccyx of the vertebral column. This is the spinal cord. And now let's see the parts of the spinal cord. Actually, the spinal cord has branches that we call the spinal nerves. So you remember, the vertebral column first, they are 30 in number. But when you see the spinal nerves are 31 in number, so we are going to find out. Good. This is the first vertebrae. The vertebrae, they are the bones of the vertebral column. We call it C1 or atlas. The first spinal nerve is just superior to the atlas. This is C1. You remember, around the neck we find 7 cervical vertebrae. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Then after 7 we start with what we call thoracic vertebrae. T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6, T7, T8, T9, T10, T11, T12. They are 12 in number. Those are the thoracic vertebrae. Good. So here on the cervical vertebrae, we will find out, instead of having 7 spinal nerves, we have 8 spinal nerves. Good. This is C1 nerve, C2, then we find C3. When you see clearly, there is C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, and C8 down here. You see, C8 just originates above T1. T1 is the first thoracic vertebrae. Let me repeat once again. You see, here we have 7 vertebrae. C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7. But we have 8 spinal nerves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we go to the thoracic nerves. We have 12 thoracic nerves. There is T1. T1, it is this one. T1. Good. When you see clearly inside, that is where we see the nerves. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. We have 12 thoracic spinal nerves. Good. That originate from the spinal cord. Good. Let's go back. Let's go back to the rumba. Now, after the thoracic nerve, you have found that they are 12 in number. We go and find out what we call Elo or rumbar spinal nerves. They are located in the rumbar area. Remember, we have 5 lumbar vertebrae. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to find out how many spinal nerves we find out within the rumbar area. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rumbar vertebrae are equal to the number of spinal nerves or spinal roots, nerve roots. Good. You see, all the nerves are originating from where? From the spinal cord. Now we go down into the sacral area, the sacrum. Good. Guys, you know the sacrum, it's a fusion of bones. When we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then even the spinal nerves, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This lower part of the spinal cord, we call it Cauda Equina. Cauda Equina means like the horse tail. You know an animal called a horse. So this part look like the tail of a horse. We call it Cauda Equina. So we find 5 sacral nerves. So which means there is S1, we call them S. S stands for sacral. S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. Good. Then at the end of the Cauda Equina, we found what we call Hiram terminale. Hiram terminale. It's like the end of the Cauda Equina. Hiram terminale. Good. Let us count again. We're going to see how many nerve roots make the spinal cord. You remember we have 8 cervical nerve roots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 7th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8th one. We have 8 cervical nerve roots. And then we have 12 thoracic nerve roots. There is 1. We find here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You get me? We have 12 spinal nerve roots around the thoracic vertebrae. We call them T1 up to 12. You remember we have now 5 lumbar vertebrae. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here on the lumbar vertebrae, what you should know is that the nerves are below its corresponding vertebrae. This is L1, lumbar 1, but the nerve here L1 is just below the L1, so which means it's between L2 and L1. Here, nerve roots L2, it's between lumbar vertebrae 3 and the lumbar vertebrae 2. The same here. Good. Here we have 5 lumbar vertebrae plus 12. How many are they? There are 17. Plus 8. How many are they? 17 plus 8. Those are 25. Plus 5 sacral nerves. Then we find that there are 30. Then the final sacral nerve. The coccygeal nerve. Then how many are they? They are 31 in number. Good. So guys, this is what we call spinal cord and all the nerve roots that originate from the spinal cord. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And please rate the video, share it to your colleagues, and don't forget to place subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed. May God bless you. See you in another video next time. Thank you very much. Don't forget to place like, subscribe, and the bell.